Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, we're going to talk about non-stop, high-performance automobiles, at least except for one story. First up on the list, we're going to talk about the Koenigsegg Agera R. The Koenigsegg folks, small little Swedish supercar manufacturers, going through the motions of making this machine road legal here in the United States. Yes, you could buy a Koenigsegg before here stateside, but it was kind of on a mainly display type situation. Now they're going through the motions to make this thing road legal through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, as the big next hurdle that Koenigsegg wants to get through is to be a big seller in the U.S. market. And I, for one, cannot be more excited. Hope you get to see one of these on public roads soon. Next up on the list, we talked about the Bugatti Veyron and its successor, the Chiron, who's actually been seen out testing over the past several weeks. Now we're hearing some interesting little rumors floating about, including one organization is talking about the vehicle is going to be able to exceed 300 miles an hour. In fact, 310, just a touch over that. I find it a tad bit hard to believe. I'm sure the new Chiron is going to have a lot of new aero tweaks to it. It's going to make it a little bit more slippery, but only gaining 300 brake horsepower out of that 8-liter W16 with quad turbochargers, which did make in the Veyron Supersport 1,200 brake horsepower, and now they're hoping it's going to make 1,500 brake horsepower. It seems a little hard to believe that when early reports of the vehicle being able to do at least 288 miles an hour, now all of a sudden it's going to be able to do 20 miles an hour higher. Seems a little bit hard to believe, but we'll have to wait and see on that matter as well. But it is going to be pretty exciting, a brand new supercar from the folks over Bugatti. Now, we've talked about this machine in the past. This is the Rezvani Beast. Now, we talked about this, the little roadster version, but guess what? There's a new one coming, and it's this vehicle. This is the Rezvani Beast X. The new X gets a lot of aero tweaks, gets a lot of beefing up in the chassis because it's going to gain a tad bit more power. The vehicle comes with a 2.4-liter Honda-sourced 4-cylinder that's got twin turbochargers on it, now makes 700 brake horsepower, up from the 500 brake horsepower in the standard Beast. Now, this vehicle does gain a fair amount of weight, 200 extra pounds of weight it has to carry around, but they're claiming that the 0 to 60 numbers are down from the Beast version, now down to 2.5 seconds to 60. And the official pricing on this machine has come out. They're only going to build 5 of these machines at a price of $325,000, which seems to be a pretty doggone good deal for this particular vehicle. Next up on the list, we've talked about the AMG GT from the folks over at Mercedes-Benz, the successor to the SLR, even though it's a lot smaller and a pretty good-looking machine. And we've talked about the high-performance versions coming down the pike. The fact that Mercedes has already confirmed that there will be a Black Series version of this vehicle, which I cannot wait to see what that's going to look like. But apparently there's going to be another high-performance version. Has yet to be said whether it's going to be above the Black Series or below it, but it's going to be called the GTR. Yeah, I know that sounds a little bit like another vehicle, but it's going to be interesting. They're claiming a lot more power, a lot more aero tweaks to it, so this is going to be an interesting piece. It'll be interesting to see where this is going to line up in the Mercedes-AMG GT lineup, but we'll keep you in tune if we hear any more. Next up on the list, well, we've talked about the Ferrari F12. This is the Tour de France edition. That was only going to be 799 units built for the world. I know I said 699 in one of the last videos, but I was dead wrong about that deal. That being said, this vehicle, according to one source on the old interwebs, is officially sold out. Now, that officially is a little bit of an interesting situation because Ferrari has yet to come out and say it's officially sold out. So we'll have to wait and see on this particular deal. But I'm assuming only 800 of these are going to be built. I'm assuming that it was going to be half of them were probably already sold before the car even saw the light of day. So pretty interesting piece. I'm sure it's going to go to a lot of very good homes. Last up on the list, well, if you've been missing these 3 chaps in their soon-to-be Amazon Prime show that is yet to be named, but you've been missing the old Top Gear days a little bit, guess what? The BBC has got your back because there is going to be a Christmas special, Top Gear special this year. The new show that's going to be ramping up, going to be showing off in April of 2016. Well, apparently they weren't up to getting a Christmas special together, so what they're going to do is take a lot of outtakes, a lot of pieces of film that never saw the light of day, and put an A to Z special that's going to be a 2-part special, going to be showing off on the BBC later this year, around Christmas, hopefully in the first part of next year for us here in the United States on BBC America. So cannot wait to see what they may have up their sleeve for stuff that hit the cutting room floor. It's going to be pretty doggone exciting. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, and don't forget to like us over there, we'd appreciate that. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, and you'll be first on the list when the new videos come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.